Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. I am here with your energy check-in. So as you guys know, we are in retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and it's a good time for that to happen so that we can check in with ourselves, slow down a little bit, make sure that we've really integrated changes into ourselves, into our personal journeys, and see if they have then integrated into the connection. So, what I am seeing a lot of today in today's reading is that there's a lot of balancing that continues to take place and that needs to continue to happen. I do sense that there is an imbalance in the connection today. I really do. I feel like we were kind of moving, and then all of a sudden things slowed down, maybe even came to a complete halt. And so it has people a little thrown off, right? And so now we're trying to reintegrate what happens when you start to have this momentum and then now have some pause in the connection and even in your own specific journey as related to just you, not just necessarily your person. So there's a lot that's being processed right now because remember, the minute we finish this season and we head into Sagittarius season, that's that fire season. Things are going to happen quickly. So this season is necessary. Every season is necessary. So this is the time to really look at yourself and see, did I heal this wound? Have I integrated the healing? Have I learned the lesson? If you want to purchase any of my decks that I'm using, my specific decks, the Divine Connections deck that I use for masculine and the Queen's Journey Tarot that I use for Divine Feminine are all available on my website, queenoflight1111.com. And if you want to, purchase a reading or a coaching session with me, for your own personal journey, then go to queenoflight1111.com as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got a bunch of decks here. We're going to look at masculine and feminine, just overall energy. We're going to look at their crowning energy towards each other. We're going to look at what they're thinking, feeling, and experiencing in their world as related to each other. We're going to look at the connection from the masculine standpoint, the feminine standpoint. We're going to look at what spirit has to say about the connection, and then we're going to drill down into the energies of the connection. We're going to look at what is blocking this union today, and then we're going to end with some messages from masculine about what is most important for feminine to know at this time, and then we're going to close with Ganesha and some advice from spirit and how each person's soul is growing to come back into union. Okay, so I've used 2, 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 28 decks. 28 decks today. Let's get started. What is the overall energy for Divine Feminine at this time? 4 of Pentacles and the Sun is the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Pentacles energy is about no movement. The 4 of Pentacles energy is really about, we're not really sharing what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're doing. Maybe we're locked up at home. So this is an energy of just being stagnant. But the Sun clarifies that. So I don't feel like this is her sitting in a dark room. I do feel like there's a lot of illumination, a lot of positivity, a lot of success that is coming from this break, from this energy that the Divine Feminine is in her general journey at this time. So let's go ahead and take a look at what she has to say about this. The bottom of the deck is, for the Oracle, is toil and labor. So what this is really telling me is she's doing a lot of hard work right now in that 4 of Pentacles energy. There's a lot of illumination, a lot of success, a lot of positivity that is coming out from that energy. First card out is the Hermit. Yep, I love that, because that's telling me that she's doing some soul searching. She's doing some spiritual work. She's really looking at herself and this journey by not isolating herself, but by creating some boundaries where she's able to continue to look at the things that she needs to do. Six of Cups, it really has a lot to do with her soul connection. And this could be any soul connection. It could be with the masculine. It could be, with her soul tribe. There's definitely a Hermit's energy where she's doing some work around soul partners, soul connections. Nine of Wands, there is this energy of, persevering, taking this time out to gain her strength because things are very unknown at this time. She's not quite sure from this point on how things are going to evolve. And so Page of Wands, this is the energy about birthing and creating, but we have the Ten of Swords that clarify. So I do feel like, maybe there was some communication with masculine, or maybe there is something that she's thinking that is just kind of creating a very painful end that she's processing in this Hermit's energy. And she's really using her Queen of Swords energy as logic, as her wisdom. And she's really trying to balance this out, understanding that some things are just karmically necessary. Justice is all about doing right by each other. Justice is all about, karma being served, good or bad. There's no such thing as good or bad karma. Karma is just what it is. And so there is some enlightenment, there is some wisdom, there's some knowledge, there's some wounds, and there's some pain. There's some things that she's really cycling out. And the biggest thing for her right now is that she's operating in the unknown. And so things are not completely clear about the next leg of her journey. And this is where Divine Feminine is learning how to continue to operate in faith and in trust in the divine. Okay. All right, Divine Masculines. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress and the Ace of Wands. So his bottom of the deck has a lot to do with his Divine Feminine, but also this energy of wanting to create, wanting to have a new beginning, wanting to start fresh. But I really feel like, because I am a twin flame reader, and the Empress energy is typically almost always the Divine Feminine. The only time the Empress in a reading for me is not the feminine energy is if I'm doing, like a third party or a karmic reading, and there's a family and a mom, etc. So just in this instance, in this deck, in this reading, this is Divine Feminine and his desire to have a brand new beginning with Divine Feminine. So that is really what is in his overall energy at this time. And his first card out about what he's doing with this overall energy is High Honor. He's really wanting to get into the energy of being authentic. He's really wanting to get into the energy of wanting to be in his integrity. High Honor is a card. Literally, it's about trophies and medals and honor and success. And this is really about, someone who wants to stand tall, wants to stand and be proud of themselves. This is really someone, who wants to achieve something, okay? And so this energy is really about him in this Hanged Man's energy. There's a lot of Hanged Man in Divine Masculine's energy towards his feminine. So this is another reason why I know that Empress is Divine Feminine. It's this energy of he's suspended. He's sacrificing something at this time. What is he sacrificing? Magician. So he's just not creating. He's not manifesting anything right now, because at the end of the day, he wants victory. Six of Wands. He wants victory in this union. And I will tell you, this is the bottom of the deck. These two exact same cards, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, you will see, is the bottom of the deck for his energy towards Divine Feminine. So this is very much an energy of, I want to stand tall. I want to be proud. I want to be in my integrity. And in order for me to do so, I have to suspend any manifestation of a new beginning with my Divine Feminine at this time, because I want to have victory in my union with her. And so there's this card now of patience, of temperance. There's this patience. There's this card of I'm healing. He's healing at this time. He's balancing things out within the spiritual connection. Okay, because he's really trying to complete and integrate all of his energies so that he can come forward with the Page of Pentacles, with this offer. And I will give you the spoiler alert, Page of Pentacles in his environment for his Divine Feminine, clarified by the Two of Cups and a new beginning. He is really trying to integrate this High Honor energy by sacrificing the connection at this time so he can become this magician, have victory in his union, and really reconcile with this spiritual connection, with this spiritual partner, and come forward with an offer. This is him. This is what he wants. He's not communicating. I will tell you that right now, because it feels like to this feminine, she's just kind of like, yeah, this is not happening. And he's not communicating. So we're back to the old silence and the old deceptive secret energy. And this is where she's like, hold on, I've learned my lesson. It's not about me. This is your problem. I'm going to continue my journey. So this is really interesting to me. So the bottom of the deck now we're going to start talking about what is their energy towards each other. What is the crowning energy that they are holding towards each other? Okay, bottom of the deck for the first card is the Silver Waterfall. This energy, when it comes out, it's all about holding balance. It's all about this energy of keeping balance through uncertain times. So it's like about not getting affected by external energies. Okay, the Silver Waterfall, and it's also about staying balanced and healthy and happy and raising your own vibration through anyone else's distortion. Okay, it's clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So this is what's telling me is that when things are like all like this, like if you look at this picture, like this boat's gonna rock over, it's all these like peace here and crazy water here. You've got to keep your balance. You have to keep your balance. You've got to keep your vibration high through this time. Stay balanced. And then the bottom of the deck for the Oracle is the message. And this is really about perhaps a lack of message, a lack of communication. Okay. And so this is really what's happening is for right now in this imbalance in the connection. It's very important. Stay in your lane, stay in your balance. What he's doing is his journey. What you're doing is your journey. And it is important for both of you at this time to stay balanced in your own journey. And when things are right and balance has ensued, it will then be time to come forward. The bottom of the deck for the second oracle card that I use for this part of the reading, as far as the crowning energy, is their main energy is about how they're interacting with each other, right? It's about how have we interacted in the past? How do we want to interact in the future? And so again, it has to do with how do we balance things out? How are we going to communicate now? So there's a lot about bringing this connection into balance. And while we are in the balancing act, it's a lot about staying balanced in our own journey so we can come into balance in this connection for sacred union. Okay, I hope that made sense. So let's go ahead and start with the energy for divine feminine. Okay, understanding that she's trying to maintain her balance. She's looking at the prior interaction. She's also in this energy of things are off balance in the way that they're communicating. And so she's trying to stay in her high vibe, hence the Hermit. So her first card out, remember, Silver Waterfall, forgiveness. Her crowning energy for divine masculine, King of Cups, has a lot to do with her trying to stabilize this connection. She knows that forgiveness is for her. She knows that she must forgive herself for choices that she's made or things that she didn't do or boundaries she didn't set. And she's also in this energy of forgiving masculine for the things that he has done or has not done, so that they can have this new beginning, this Four of Wands energy, this stability where people are emotionally mastered. The next card that we have for her crowning energy is there's some misleading, confusion, illusion energy around her wishes that she's wanting to change. And I feel like this has a lot to do with that the communication, because the bottom of the deck is for the message, is that communication has not been clear. Communication that is not clear is the root cause of many, many breakups. And so this is the energy here, which is there's misleading communication, there's confusing communication. So we're unsure about what people want, and this needs to change. And all she can do is change herself. All she can do is change herself. All she can do is say, you know what, I'm not going to be party to this. I'm going to keep moving forward on my journey. That is the truth. That is the answer. Okay. Bottom, remember, masculine's energy, bottom of the deck for this was the Silver Waterfall. Masculine's crowning energy towards divine feminine is he knows he needs to reparent himself in order to move forward into courtship with divine feminine. So this is the energy of reparenting yourself when it comes out. This is about letting go of the past. This is about freeing yourself from the past so you're able to give and receive love in the present. So he's got to forgive himself. He's got to heal his inner child wounds. He's got to heal from his past relationships so that when he moves forward this time, they can start with this number 4, this solid foundation, this friendship, this courtship into romance, into something different. Okay, so he knows that his crowning energy is, I don't want to do the same thing again. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. I want to heal. I want to change what's happened in the past so that I can communicate with you and move forward with you into this new courtship. Okay, so the next energy for divine masculine, oh my God, look at this. He very much knows that this is a spiritual connection. Look at this. This is a masculine. And look at this spirit. This is that soul connection of his feminine who has reached out and touched him. And there is a part of him that really needs this energy from her. And so when he is in his crowning energy, in the main energy for her, this card talks about this spiritual connection. It talks about, contact. It talks about communication. This talks about, the spiritual bond that he has, which he knows, look at this star card, which is destined. He knows that this is his destiny. He knows that this connection is his destiny. He knows this connection is also part of his healing. And look at this number 11, sudden wealth. He is in the energy of just feeling like he's hit the jackpot with this divine connection, like it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, and he wants success, and he wants to, have this connection in a very, very positive way. Okay. It's also a connection that when you, this sudden wealth, it's like you come into a lot of abundance. And I just feel like there's this energy where he's like, wow, how did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky? But he's not expressing it, right? So that's the thing. He has to express it in his own ways when he can feel and appreciate truly the abundance and communicate it back. But he's very much in this energy where he's not prepared to right now. That's his choice, not prepared to. There's a thing called free will. Head, heart, and environment as related to divine masculine and feminine. Okay, for this part of the reading, we have helpless and hopeless and indecision for divine feminine. So this is very much an energy, 8 of Cups energy. It's just like she's just walking away, continuing forward on her journey so that she can continue to evolve, because this indecision, this like standing at the crossroads, just this, let me tell you something. My divine feminines are not the feminines that a lot of these people are talking about. Like, oh, I've been in this journey forever and you guys are healing through trauma bonds, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not my divine feminine. My divine feminine doesn't stay stuck. The divine feminine in my collective understands that this is a spiritual connection, that this is, yes, in fact, a twin flame connection. She understands that this connection is for her and her growth and her evolution and her own union of self. She's not sitting here saying, oh, this is a trauma bond and the twin flame connection is a cult, or a twin flame connection is blah, blah, blah. People that say things like that are ones that are projecting, listen to me carefully, projecting the failure of their own journey onto whatever platform they're on and communicating that out. I will tell you, twin flame connections are absolutely rare, but I will tell you they are absolutely real. And divine feminines that I support, that I work with, masculines even that I support and I work with, this journey is real. This journey is real. I know clients that have come into union, that are in union today, that come to me for coaching to stay in union. And so I will tell you that this feminine that I'm channeling, when this energy shows up around indecision, my feminine keeps it moving. She keeps it moving. She doesn't sit around and say, oh, this is a trauma, blah, blah. No, that's not what she's doing. She doesn't do that. She is strong. She is divine feminine. And this is why she constantly shows up as the Empress. All right. Divine masculine's overall energy, head, heart, environment is accelerated motion. 8 of Wands with indecision. There is this desire to move forward. They both have 8s. Oh my God. I'm just realizing this. Look at all the 8s. 888. This is a cycle. If this doesn't show you the truth of my readings when I'm reading to you, 888 is an infinity symbol. 888 is a cycle. This is a cycle. I opened this reading saying, we're integrating, we're constantly moving. When things don't move, when things aren't changing, you keep moving. When things aren't changing, you keep moving. Change, move. That's what you're doing. 8, helpless and hopeless, around this indecision. Bye, I'm still moving. I'm still moving. Divine masculine wants to move, unsure about where to move. This is his cycle. This is a cycle. So when he's thinking about his feminine, he wants to communicate. We already have the 8 of Wands for him here. He's telling us again he wants to move forward, but he just is at the crossroads. And you know what, feminine? My feminine is like, that's cool. You're at the crossroads. That's your journey, but I'm not at the crossroads. Because here's the thing that I'm going to tell you. That the partner, as you see them, you are seeing yourself. You are projecting your image onto them. So when my divine feminine says, I'm the empress, she's looking at her masculine as her emperor. When the divine masculine is seeing his empress, his divine feminine as the moon, then he will be the sun. When he's seeing her as the queen of pentacles, it's because he is the king of pentacles, if that makes sense. And so again, these people that go around saying, oh, narcissist, blah, 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 I'm telling you, pull up the mirror, take a look. Is that something that you're displaying? So be careful of people that are out there that are saying very, very negative things about the community, about the connection, because I will tell you, and I don't need to pull a card on it, this is their own failure. I'm using the word and I'm going to stand by it. Their own failure at their journey. This is your journey to succeed in and become the best version of you, or this is your journey to lose the lesson. All right, make it your journey, thrive on your journey. That is what I'm here to do. Head, heart, and environment for divine masculine and feminine. Divine feminine is in the energy of, yeah, look at this, Emperor, 10 of Wands. She's seeing her masculine as the emperor. Why? Because she shows up as the empress in her environment. Because she is the empress. Because she owns her journey. She owns her journey. She's not sitting around waiting for someone to bring her a pentacle or a cup or a wand or a sword. She has her own. So her overall energy, head, heart, and environment is her emperor. Right now, they're at the cycle closing. This old tower has blown up. This is the end of the cycle. This is the end of the burden, but it is a heavy burden as we release to get to the ace, okay? So this is the energy that she's holding in her head, heart, and environment as related to the masculine is that, whoa, this shit's getting heavy. It's getting heavy. And now for divine masculines, head, heart, and environment, look at this. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And by the way, I'm going to probably make a t-shirt like that you all have said you wanted, but I do have the Empress, Goddess, Queen, Divine Feminine t-shirts that come with a reading on my website. So if you're interested, my website has 2 pages. A lot of people have reached out and said, Queen of Light, some of your services disappeared. 2 pages. Scroll to the bottom, click page 2. But the t-shirts I do offer with the reading. Look at this. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. This is what we have here for his overall energy. You can't make it up. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. This is what he wants. He's just like, I want to be the best version of me. I want to be in my highest honor for this connection. So therefore, I'm sacrificing this connection at this time because what I want with my feminine, when I'm thinking about her, when I'm in my heart space for her, what I'm working towards in my environment is that I want to succeed in this union this time. I want to succeed in this union. And by the way, remember, this is my Divine Masculines Tarot deck, Divine Connections Tarot. And this is my Divine Connections, this is the Feminine Energy, which is a Queen's Journey Tarot. Both are on my website for sale. Okay, head, heart, and environment. Let's get started. When the masculine is thinking about his feminine, he really knows he needs to stand his power. Here's another number 8. 8 is a big number today, apparently. He knows he needs to stand his power. And with this card of attachment, this is all about letting go of old things, letting go of bad behaviors, letting go of old situations, old fears, old attachment. So this is what we already got for him. Remember, we got this energy of reparenting yourself so he can move forward towards this courtship. So when he's thinking about divine feminine, he's in this energy. I'm really trying to gain the strength, stay in my power to let go of things that don't serve me. Hanged man. So let's go in deeper. Let's go in deeper and let's see what is the thought process here around letting things go and standing in your power. So when he's thinking about his divine feminine, he's wanting to move forward. Knight of Swords. He wants to come forward with his words, with his thoughts. That is his truth. That he wants to stand as King of Pentacles. He wants to be the King of Pentacles. He knows what he wants. He knows he has to let go of things, because what does he want? He wants success with this union. Star card, second time we're getting it for him. Here in his overall energy, he sees this connection as his destiny. This is also a card of healing. And so he's healing the Seven of Wands. He's healing this defensive block energy that he has been stuck in, that he's been tangled up in. And so here's that Hanged Man. He is sacrificing, suspending any movement forward, because right now he is refusing to compromise. He's refusing to cooperate because he's got to heal this defensive energy. So this Four of Cups, this is like, I'm not open to my gift, to this wealth. He's going into hermit's mode. He's soul searching. He's soul searching so that he can take a leap of faith forward. So there's a lot where he needs to let go of this defensiveness. He needs to let go of his old stories, okay? And he needs to heal so that this connection can move forward, where he has blocked this connection at this time in his headspace. In the headspace for divine feminine, she's like, change your focus. This is Five of Cups again. I feel like we already got the Five of Cups somewhere. Did we get the Five of Cups? No, I think it's coming up. Five of Cups. This is this energy of she's got to change her focus. She needs to stay in her heart space. She knows that she does. Look at this. 44 is an 8. This is an energy of, I've got to change my focus. I've got to move forward. I want to stay in my heart space. Okay, I'm going to stay in my heart. I'm going to drop into my heart. Every time my ego mind takes over, I'm dropping into my heart. So what is she thinking about this focus as she drops into her heart? Three of Wands. There's this energy of she knows she wants to manifest something, but it is unknown at this time whether or not this will be successful. King of Wands. Masculine needs to take action towards her, but he's resisting at this time, which is really that burden, that 10 of Wands burden. So the Tower, she knows, has come in. The divine has intervened on the block, 7 of Wands, on his defensiveness around communication. She knows the divine has intervened. But creating anything at this time is stuck, because right now the conditions are not right. The conditions seem harsh. In the heart space for divine masculine, when he feels for divine feminine, patience and planning. This is 7 of Pentacles, the World card. There's things that he's completing at this time. There is an expansion that is happening within his spirituality at this time. Excuse me. So he is in this energy of he needs to be patient. She needs to be patient. The patience is required at this time. And so now what is he feeling in his heart around how his spirit is expanding, how his heart is expanding for divine feminine? What is his patience, this planning all about? Well, see, Queen of Pentacles. So guess what? King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, right? So he's seeing her as someone who's nurturing, someone who's wise. She's the closest thing as the Empress and the Queens, right? She's in this energy of I'm abundant, I'm a nurturer, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm all these things, but I can be this badass business person, someone who knows how to build her empire. Magician, he sees her as the magician, but he also wants to create with her, but he has to pay attention to details. He has to be in this energy of this is delicate. I don't want to make the same mistakes. His truth is that he does want to manifest and that he does need to do the work. So he is growing and developing. He does want to collaborate, and he is working with his higher self on how to do so through the Hanged Man's energy. He's had these fears that are now completing around what his value system was, what he wanted, what type of higher consciousness that he's getting into now. That was his old program that he's releasing and now coming into his new programming, which is this connection is my destiny. Divine Feminine's heart space. Look, she's got the Hanged Man as well, with all tied up. We are all tied up in this Hanged Man's energy. But guess what she's doing? Observe. She's not taking action. She's not chasing. She's just continuing forward movement on her own journey. But she sees that this connection is all tied up. So in her headspace, she's staying open in her heart, but she does see that this connection at this time in her heart space is tied up at this time. It is tied up. We're not moving. But you need to keep it moving. He needs to keep it moving. You can't be sitting around stagnant, waiting for each other to take the step. You keep moving forward on your journey, and that will help keep the energy fresh. First card out, Sun card. Yeah, she's trying to stay positive through the sadness of the past. Why? Because she's matured. She's matured. She has developed. She's done the work. There is this completion of this Seven of Swords energy where she's like, you know what? I'm done with the deception. Deceive all you want. Be secretive all you want. I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm moving forward. And my evaluation, my judgment is that I'm going to keep moving forward because I am focused on my journey. I have passion to work with you, but I am going to stay detached. I'm going to stay in my wisdom as the Queen of Swords. Good for her. Environment for Divine Masculine. Look at this. The Moon and Angel Uriel. This is about intuition. He's dealing with some shadows right now. He is in this energy. Look at all these 8. So we had this 8, and then we had the 7, and now we have the 8s at the bottom of the deck. Anyway, I don't know why. 8 is big right now. But anyway, shadow, moon card. Dealing with the shadows. He has to deal with his shadow, and he's using his intuition to deal with his shadow. So what's happening in the environment as related to this intuition and as related to these fears that, remember, that go back to the headspace that he's trying to let go of? He's observing. He's observing. He's not talking about how to move forward. Why? Because he's trying to find his way. There's this offer, Page of Pentacles, that he wants to make towards union and have this new beginning. There is this wish to give that offer, Ace of Pentacles in the 3D at the perfect time. But right now the Tower has come in and crumbled any chance of reunion at this time so that he can go back into Hanged Man's energy. See, he wasn't ready. You are being protected. You are both being protected from creating new wounds with each other. So if things are not progressing in your connection at this time, thank God. Thank the universe. Okay? Because the Tower is big. Environment for Divine Feminine. Well, guess who's the goddess of the moon? Our feminine. Share the love. 3 of Cups, goddess of the moon. I do feel like she's sharing the love with him still in energy, in healing, in the energy of just sending light. I do feel like, because remember, she's in her heart space. She's not shutting him down. So she's very much in the energy of, I'm going to share the love. I'm going to share the love with my tribe, share the love with the world, share the love with my masculine, because I know who I am. I'm in my intuition. I hold the moon. I am in this yin energy. I understand who I am. What else does this card have to say? I'm just curious. I love that card. It's all about, yeah, she's going within. She's sharing the love. She's sharing it from within. She's using her intuition. Absolutely. That's our Divine Feminine. So first card out, 5 of Swords. There is this defeat, this conflict of her love, right? Of her love for her masculine. But she's persisting. She's persisting on her journey. Why? Because she's the Empress. She's the Empress who knows there will be a new beginning, but more time, more information, more work is required. There's stress about whether or not this can be manifested by the divine. But listen, the divine provides miracles. And so she knows, 8 of Wands, there will be progress when the King of Swords has his thoughts together and when he has his resources together. I do feel like there is some sort of a money thing here as well, some sort of financial stability here for masculine as well. This is why King of Pentacles is very important to him. And this is why she's the Queen of Pentacles to him, as well as the Empress, which she shows up as. And so I do feel like there is some sort of financial stability that is at play here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the theme of the connection. Okay, so what is the theme? Bottom of the deck, protection and 3 of swords. So this is protection from heartache. So this is Spirit's message. So the theme is protection. We are being protected. And Spirit is saying you are being protected from heartache. Oh my God, I can't believe the King of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, you're being protected. If you're not communicating, you're being protected right now at this time from future heartbreak or new heartbreak. Masculine's energy around this protection, Ace of Cups, he's loving himself. Feminine's energy is we still need to work on ourselves, 8 of Pentacles. So there's very much this energy of we are being protected while we continue to master ourselves. We are being protected as we continue to love ourselves, and we are being protected from any heartache. First card out, there's love. There's a lot of love in this connection. Masculine is saying that I'm suspended at this time. Where I'm suspending this love at this time. Feminine is saying, I'm in my Empress energy. I have lots of love to create and give. And Spirit is saying, you both have love for each other. You both have love for each other. This is a 5D card, Rama, peace. There is peace in the 5D while masculine tries to gain his strength. And feminine is having peace over this conflict. She's no longer going to be in this conflict anymore. And Spirit is saying 10 of Swords, that we are finding peace through this painful ending of this cycle that we're closing out. Another 5D card, Kalima, remover of negative energies. Masculine is saying Wheel of Fortune. He's trying to come out of this karma, trying to change his energy to remove any negativity, negative attachments. Divine Feminine is saying that there's a lot of stress that is being removed from the system. And finally, Spirit is saying the negative energy is being removed. And we have the Magician card. So this is about any negative energy that is stopping us from coming into our full power is being removed at this time. 2 5D cards. Remember, my Divine Connections Oracle deck is the only deck that'll show you how much of your connection or how much energy is in the 3D and the 5D. And then now we get a 3D card, Rebirth. There is an energy of rebirthing this connection. Rebirthing something in the 3D. What are we rebirthing? Masculine says 9 of Pentacles. He wants to rebirth him feeling confident again, feeling like he has everything again. What about Divine Feminine? 3 of Swords. There's some wounds cropping up for her. 3 of Swords. Remember, that's the bottom of the deck for that message from Spirit. And what is Spirit saying? What is rebirthing? Restoration. We are going to rebirth this connection and reconcile as restored masculine and feminine. Destruction. This is that Tower card in the 3D. So there's things being leveled out where the divine is making room. What is masculine saying? Death card. There's change happening through destruction. What is feminine saying? 6 of Cups. There is a soul connection that can be reborn from this new leveling out. And Spirit is saying 7 of Pentacles, that the time is not right yet. The time is not right. We're still clearing things out in the 3D so that both of you can reevaluate, recalibrate to plant your seed. Last card, Nurturer. This was my 5D Queen of Pentacles energy. There's a lot of nurturing happening at this time. Masculine is saying, I'm nurturing my wounds. I'm nurturing my pain. I'm gaining my strength. Feminine is saying, yeah, I'm just nurturing my own self. 9 of Pentacles at this time. Do you see here? He wants to rebirth as the 9 of Pentacles, and she's like, I'm nurturing myself as the 9 of Pentacles. If that doesn't show you that we are not in vibrational alignment at this time, I don't know what does. What is Spirit saying about nurture? Queen of Swords. Spirit is saying, feminine, continue to nurture your wisdom, your intellect, but also be in your heart space. Be nurturing, be in your heart space, and also be wise. Do not come across as cold and detached. So there's a fine balance between that. All right, let's drill down into the connective energies. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess and the Death card, followed by the Death card as the clarifier. So there is intuition, death. This is the transformation and ending. And this is the Queen of Water. Again, this is that energy of you've got to be in this Queen of Cups energy. Stay in the heart space. Divine Feminine has already showed us that she's the Queen of Cups. So this is what your intuition knows, is that energy of staying in the heart, staying in the spirit is very, very critical at this stage on the journey. First card out for their connective energy. 10 of Pentacles. Wanting something long-term, wanting to build long-term, but there's conflict. 5 of Wands around how to take this connection to the next level. Because the King of Pentacles, right? Remember, he doesn't have all his pentacles. He doesn't feel stable or dependable. So he's guarded. He's guarded. He's defensive. He's trying to lift out of that energy. So right now, separation, we're kind of in and out of separation with each other. With these, we know that we have sparked our souls, right? We know that. He knows that. You know that. But right now, we're in and out of separation. There's fears, the Moon card. There's also this intuition that the feminine is really trying to cut through as the Queen of Swords, because she's intuitive, she's knowing, and she has prophetic visions. She knows what this connection is about. But there's an imbalance right now because we're not moving forward. There's a pause in the connection, and it's creating a lot of sorrow. But there's an end. There's a painful end to this change right now. We're not changing anything right now to build something new. Remember, Spirit's already told us it's not time to plant the seed. Not time to plant the seed. So I asked after I did this, okay, Spirit, what's blocking the connection? Something's blocking the connection. What is blocking the connection? So I've used my Queen's Journey Oracle for this. So the bottom of the deck for this part is solar plexus chakra and resolution. So what's blocking this connection is that we're not taking action from confidence. This is confidence, willpower, self-esteem. Who's got the self-esteem issue? Masculine at this time. Feminine has a little bit of it too, but I do feel like it's mostly masculine. And so we're not taking action towards restoring harmony. We're not taking actions towards surrendering. We're not taking action towards cooperating. We're not taking actions towards finding a solution. That's the block right now. So let's drill down into that energy. Mutiny. Mutiny. When I created this card, this is about, outside forces, outside things, third-party energies. This is jobs, money, outside energies that are really creating havoc in the connection. And it is clarified by this Wheel of Fortune, and it says, beyond your control. So something has happened beyond our control that has created a major change, and it has happened to our divine masculine. So I do feel like this Tower has come in and really pushed masculine. I just feel like masculine was not doing, maybe he did a little bit of the work, maybe he was doing a lot of the work, but then wouldn't do any work. But I think that Spirit came in and said, it's time. You've got to do it. We've given you a lot of different little towers, but now we're going to tower you up. And now we're going to come in so that we can make a big push towards you standing in your full power. Okay? The next block, Divine Queen. This is my Divine Feminine card. So now we have the masculine and the feminine. I said, oh, wow, there's a block for the feminine. I mean, listen, nobody's perfect, but I was a little surprised. And so I got this card of stagnant, bogged down. Remember, she got the 10 of Wands clarifying the Emperor. Bogged down, too much work, too little reward. So this is our Divine Feminine standing in her power saying, I've done a lot of work. Has masculine done anything? And sure enough, the second card says, dedicated to the craft, detailed, committed, mastery, achievement. This is her saying, I'm standing as the Empress, as the Divine Queen. I am bogged down at this point because there's not a whole lot of effort or movement from masculine side. This is the block because the feminine is focused on whether or not the masculine's doing. And I get it, we're a human. But focus on your journey, and the minute you feel like that's not happening, you continue to take your steps forward. Don't sit in the pause. Don't sit in the pause and wait. You are already on your own journey. So the block is, yeah, you're doing your work. Keep doing the work. But the block is that you're feeling like you're going to do less work because he's not doing it. But I'll tell you, that's not your job that's not your job to judge, because the universe is taking care of this. It's not you to be his God to judge him. Next card, Royal Court. This is a card of friends and family Seven of air, wearing a mask, not what it seems. So cheating, liar, betrayal. So there's still this energy. Are we deceiving each other? Are we deceiving our friends? The block is that we could be deceiving. Remember, this is a community, masculine and feminine are in their tribe. We're wearing masks. Why? Because there's this energy of toxicity, unhealthy patterns. Remember, masculine has reparenting yourself, and now it's showing as a block. He hasn't finished that work of reparenting himself. Final card, Royal Chamber. This is like that Four of Swords card for me, which is all about rest and rejuvenation. And this is about balancing, recovery, self-care. So what's blocking the connection is we are recovering right now. We have to recover. There's time necessary. Why? So that, look at this, Temperance, so that two can become one. Wow. So I said, all right, thank you very much, Spirit. I want to know, what does Divine Masculine have to say to Divine Feminine? What is the most important message or messages that Divine Masculine wants to convey to Divine Feminine about how he feels about her? Okay, bottom of the deck, Savior and Ten of Swords. This is the energy where he's like, you've really saved me from a very, very painful end. So if there's something that you've done, whether you've reached out, something where he was going through the worst time of his life, he wants you to know that you are like an angel to him. Okay, but I will tell you, which is very interesting, because right underneath that is the Hanged Man, and that also then threw him into the Hanged Man's energy, which is like, hold on, I got to figure this out. Who is this feminine? If he didn't know already. First card out, piggy bank savings. He wants to tell you there's something with his finances. It's already come up several times. What about it? Page of Pentacles. Maybe he doesn't have a penny to give, and that's why we're in the Two of Swords. We're in this energy of, stalemate. This also could be, I don't feel stable enough to give anything, and this is why we're at the stalemate. But look at this, bird on a wire, social media. There's something that was public, that the Queen of Cups came in. Remember, Divine Feminine's Queen of Cups, and offered healing, offered balance. And now there's these childhood issues, which is he's reparenting himself, where he wants to have success, but he's at the crossroads of that success right now. He's telling you, I'm healing something. I'm healing. I will be victorious. But right now, we're at the crossroads. He wants to say, you're unique. You are unique, Divine Feminine. You are magnetic. I am attracted to you, and I want to move towards you slowly. But he understands that the clock is ticking, that this duration, Seven of Swords, that he may sabotage this connection. He may, because of his delay, Seven of Pentacles, sabotage this connection. But he's telling you his luck is changing. Horseshoe, his luck is changing from being in this toxic cycle and these wounds. He's telling you that things will change. Things will change. So now let's close with messages from Ganesha. So first card, remember the bottom of the deck is, how are their souls evolving? How is Ganesha helping? How are their souls? You can't make this up. Balance. This is all about balance. Perseverance. This is Ganesha saying that while you both are coming into balance on your own journeys, this connection will come into balance. Just persevere. Everything that you wanted and wished for will come to fruition. It will. It will. So now, how is Divine Feminine's soul evolving as related to Divine Masculine? First card out, Mirrored Souls. You can't make this up. Mirrored Souls. When this card comes out, this is all about that she knows that she has an undeniable spiritual connection with her Divine Masculine. She sees it. She knows it. And every time that her masculine does something to aggravate her or hurt her, that is a wound that he is showing her within herself. She has to also break her old belief systems. Okay? So this is very much about moving through her own challenges. But this is a beautiful, challenging, and one of the most fulfilling relationships that anyone can ever experience. This is why it's all coming together now, because I channel real time. This is why I went on that rant earlier. Don't let anyone who changes their tune every 5 seconds to say, I'm a healer, I'm a reader, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a twin flame this, and then all of a sudden say it's a cult. Like, come on now. That person is projecting their own failure. This is the most rewarding, fulfilling relationship, and challenging, that you will have in your lifetime. It is yours to succeed in, and it is yours to fail in. And so now, how is Ganesha helping? Look at this spiritual practice. This is a mission. This is a mission. A mission. When this card comes up, Ganesha is saying a spiritual practice is going to help ground yourself, observe your triggers, make life-changing breakthroughs, burn incense, pray, intend, do things to dispel negative energies, really integrate some spiritual practice, which most of you do. Meditate, get healings, clearing your chakras. If you want help with that, I can help you with that. I do that as part of my practice. Divine Masculine, how is his soul evolving? Patience. Patience. Divine is helping the masculine with patience. So his soul is evolving by having him become more patient and surrendering to what is happening now and allowing destiny to unfold at its own pace. He's got to slow down. He's got to slow down. Maybe he's been someone who's rush in, Knight of Wands, in and out. But now they're getting him to settle down. Hanged man. You can't come out of that hanged man state until you're ready. So he's probably wiggling, trying to get out of the hanged man's energy, but no. Patience. He needs to look at all of the lessons, because when he overlooks them or dismisses them and he rushes in frantically towards his goal, we go into separation and things become challenging. So you have to get into the energy of patience. And how is Divine Masculine, how is Ganesha helping Divine Masculine with this? Belonging. That he doesn't need to find security from a feminine, from work, from money, from whatever. His security is that he belongs to himself. He finds security from within. This is what they're teaching him. Security is not the money, the car, the house, the girl, and none of that. Security is from within. Lose the ego. Lose the ego, because the ego can eat away all that is good and decent. And guess who's good and decent? The sudden wealth that you have, that God blessed you with, that the divine blessed you with in the form of your divine feminine. Your ego has gotten in the way of you seeing that. So that's why you have been placed out of the tower into Hanged Man. Okay? I hope this reading helped you. And if you would like to book a healing, coaching, reading, whatever it is I can do for you, or if you want to purchase my decks, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye.